So welcome everyone. We we are talking about Ikigai. Ikigai is part of our bigger theme, what we are working on, which is who I am. For everyone to work it out. Sometimes things could be confusing. Sometimes when you learn a new topic, you may feel, wait a minute. Just now you said this, now you are saying this, or so far I understood this, but this is going in the opposite direction. All those things are okay, normal. So just keep an open mind and try to understand the underlying message. Why? Because no one topic can explain life in totality. It's not feasible. So every topic brings one particular element in detail, and that may not go in alignment with the other things. Why? Because you will find out certain details in one particular topic, which may explain something that either we didn't cover, we missed, or not missed in the sense of missing it, but again, with the perspective of one topic cannot explain everything about life. It's not that easy. I wish it was. But then you don't need hundreds of life to rebirth and continue your journey as a soul. So why this is important? Because one thing it will hit again and again is, should I find my purpose of life? Now, we have done soul plan, rebirth planning, and as a part of who I am, investigation. I mean, if you are on this journey, it becomes a key topic. What is the purpose of my life? Why I'm here as a soul? And if now the question is, should I find my purpose of life? That's more intriguing because wait a minute, like, we thought this is critical, this is the most important thing. So every coin has two sides. Just remember this. Now, should I look into this? Should I worry about this topic? How detailed, when, what, how, all those questions come. But first thing is, uh, be clear about the details of the topic, and then individually you can decide what is good for you. One thing we should always remember, and I strongly believe in this, when we talk about purpose of life, when we talk about affirmation, when we talk about, should I ask this to the universe or not? Remember, you do not get what you want. You get what you deserve. So the most important thing is you can ask whatever you want from the universe. You will get what you deserve. Only at the moment you are ready for it means you have achieved that level where you can say, yes, I deserve this. Everything is with respect to energy. So just keep that thing in the background. So where is this confusion coming from? Or why all these that, should I look into my purpose of life or not? So finding or not finding, right? That becomes first thing. Should I walk this path or no need? So it is confusing because sometime, you can look into based on karma. Sometime you may look into with respect to soul plan, simply purpose of life. You can say pre-birth planning, which is part of this whole planning process. And then you may say, hey, do I have a purpose? So understand the concept, decide what is best for you, and then you will peel it layer by layer. Should you have a purpose? Is it a must? Because if it is a must, obviously one should, if you are ready for it, work on it. If you say, yes, everyone should have a purpose, that means I should have a purpose. And if it is the right thing, I should find it out. But that's the question. Is it the right thing for you? Doesn't matter what it is for me, for the other person, for other people in my friends, family group. Everyone will answer it individually. So I'm only answering for myself, for no one else, because only I can decide what I'm going to work on, how, when, and all those things. So If you don't have a purpose, will it allow you to live life freely? Why would you become more free if you don't have a purpose? So these are all the questions that we should answer. Because if I'm asking myself or asking the universe, is it a must to have a purpose of life? It should certainly be linked with some action, reaction, in the sense, some benefit, something which is taking me in the direction of mukti, liberation. Because that's what the soul plan or any of our rebirthing process is making us do. Walk towards your liberation, mukti. So, but if I don't have, will I become free or will I be lost because I don't have the direction? See, sometime, we go for a walk. Sometime you may go for a picnic, vacation, whatever, and you have no plan. You say, hey, let's go for a walk, but no plan where you want to go. You can pick any park, you can pick any place. Doesn't matter you turn left or right because there is no plan. Life is free, you are free. But if you plan, I have to go this specific place to walk, then yes, I go in this direction, then I turn left, then I turn right or whatever, and I reach this place and that's where I'm going to walk. So when we talk about those specifics, purpose of life, it does restrict us. So the question is it giving me more benefit than the harm? And again, harm doesn't mean harm. Harm means restriction. Or if I don't have any purpose, will I be free? Because then I can turn left, right, doesn't matter what I do, where I go, because I'm free. So is it a cat 69? Is it a kind of a situation where really gets more confusing and you get more questions than answers? Sometimes people get stuck in these questions. This becomes primary topic. Life becomes secondary because we have, it's a firm belief that God has given me a purpose. So I must find it. God means it. You can call it universe, you can call it whatever, the soul. As a soul, I'm here with a purpose. I must find it. If it is a firm belief, sometimes we get stuck in just doing anything and everything to understand that. What is the risk? What is the downside here? We may miss the life. Life is to enjoy, to live freely. But when we get stuck with these kind of serious questions, sometimes life becomes secondary because we are so much focused, pinpointed that yes, I have to find my purpose of life and that's what I'm gonna do. So keep it in mind. The first thing is, yes, you may keep working in this direction, but remember, life should always be the main thing. Life should be the primary. Otherwise, there is a risk that you are walking so much into this topic that we may miss life. And that cannot be, because we are born, we have come in this physical body to achieve certain thing, and that we can only do by experience. Most importantly, emotions. That's the only thing soul cannot do without a physical body. So if we miss the emotion, we miss the life, we are missing our purpose in any case. So you see, that's why it become cat 69. So important thing here is, the bottom line is, don't miss your life. Now, should we all have a purpose? And then question comes, yes or no. what happens, what does it mean, how does it, you know, um, what all tools I need to understand, learn in order to find it, and what is this journey looks like, what it involves. Like argument's sake, if you want to learn, say, flying, okay, I need to go to such and such flying school. I will learn flying. And these are the licensings. And then, maybe there is a progression. You fly small plane first, then the bigger one, you may go to commercial, all those things. So what are the steps when we are talking about purpose of life? So life needs to be defined first. What comes to your mind is important. Mostly people think life means my family, my work, my neighbors, community. Is that life? It could be flavor of life. It could be a reflection, but it is not life. It's very important. Agreed. You have family, colleagues, neighbors. They're a big part of your life. But is it life? Answer is, let's look into this, because even animals, right? They don't work, of course, they don't go to any workplace, businesses, and whatnot. But does it mean they don't have life? They they have families too. So life, how do we define the key element of life? How do we know if this we can call life or this we cannot call life? Life is inside you. What's inside you is the real life. Anything outside is not life. As we said, you can call it a flavor reflection. It's a part of your life. Of course, of course. Your family is a big part. Colleagues, big. I mean, we spend more time with colleagues than actually our family members in a normal working day. If you're 8 hours at work or more, imagine that many hours. I mean, because you are sleeping at home or individually we are working something together as a family, we don't spend 8 hours in a day. So colleagues certainly are important, but looking into purpose of life, that is not life. Life is inside you. Anything outside of you is not life. So all the things that we talked about, the family, the spouse, kids, parents, they're all outside. Your work, your business is outside. Community, outside. Now, someone may think about that, okay, if I fulfill my purpose of life, what does it mean? My life ends? Because when I was asked this question, I love working with youth, and that question came from uh, one of the session by youth. So I was like, wow, that's interesting, right? So sometimes people may think that, okay, I have purpose of life. If I fulfill that, what does it mean? Rest of my life will be bored. I'm just wandering around, or does it mean end of my life? Because hey, check mark, all the things you were supposed to do in life is done. So why waste time? So remember, purpose of life is so much complicated. We know all these concepts based on the work for hundreds, or I may say thousands of years by our Rishi Munis, the masters. They researched, they went so deep into meditation, yoga, they had skills that they could interact with energy, the universal energy, and they had answers which even science is not able to find out even today. So they worked, they passed on the information to their next generation, and generation after generation, their work, they continue working their work, like a snowball effect. One person worked on certain thing, the next added on to it, and then the whole concept started appearing. Different masters wrote different literature. which explains certain different element of different things. And then as a whole, now we understand what it is, how it works. So imagine one person, one lifetime may not be enough. So what is the important thing here? Try to understand the bottom line, the meaning, the higher level of what it means. So, and then get into details. Otherwise, we can get confused very easily. So karma itself is a very complex topic. I mean, if you start researching into karma, you can go in all direction, and it may take years and years just to understand and conclude, okay, what does it mean for me? What do I understand? What is it telling me to do? How to lead my life? So don't get stuck on one topic. Yes, we keep learning, improve your understanding, and most important thing, connect these different topics. Again, as we said before, one topic cannot explain everything. But when you connect different topics, the picture, the big picture starts appearing much more with clarity, with more details, with simplicity, that you say, okay, actually, the statement is this, but it means this. Because remember, everyone is interpreting and then saying or writing it in their own words. And there could be some issue because, the choice of words or the way I interpret may be different than someone else. So what is the most important thing? Why we are saying look inward or life is inside you? Remember, the creator and the creation, both are actually you. And it's important to understand. The creator, the higher self, we are saying is actually you. Now you may wonder, wait a minute, how did I create myself? How does that work? Creation is relatively easy to understand. Okay, I am a creation. Somebody created me. So I am a creation. Okay, I get it. How can I be the creator as well? Remember, we say Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am part of the universe. I am not the universe. I am part of it means I have Ansh. Ansh means a small portion of same energy as universe. So if I'm part of the universe, I have the same energy. That means I have the same powers. It's just that I'm not aware of my powers. I'm not aware of my depth, the knowledge, the functioning, the uh, details of everything, but I have it in me. So I am the creator also, and I am the creation. So that's why life is inside you. You have to just look, awaken, you know what uh, it actually means only when you look inside, not outside. Your creator is inside you, and once you start understanding the functioning with respect to energy, with respect to life, then your understanding overall starts improving. So where do we get stuck when we talk of creator, creation, and all? There are two key elements. We have either the physical areas where we get stuck, or psychological. So physical, we have what we call the physical structure. Yeah, we say, hey, look at this guy, is too tall. For someone will say, hey, he's too short. Sometimes we say, oh, this guy talks too fast. Sometimes say, hey, it's too whatever, fat, lean. One person will be called, you are too fat. Other will be called, hey, you are too lean. You eat too much, you don't eat. Long, short, whatever it is. It is our, you can say we are judging people based on the physical structure. People judge based on the color of skin, even color of eyes, hair, all kinds of things. As a human, we have that tendency. Again, without getting into too much into the bottom three chakras, where all these things are coming from. But based on the physical structure, we do get stuck. People get stuck the whole life, keep judging people, and they keep wondering why my life is like this, why I'm stuck here, there, and whatnot. Psychological, the biggest portion is ego. Of course, there are other elements, but the big element is ego. Now, ego, you know, your thoughts and emotions, they are linked because from your thoughts, you are getting the feelings and hence your emotions. And we become slave of it. When we sit in meditation, what is the number one thing that disturbs you? Your thoughts. From thoughts get the feeling and the emotions. So I'm pretty sure if we ask 100 people, pretty much 100 out of 100 will say that what kind of life you want? Oh, a blissful life. We want, full of fun, true love, you know, all kind of life with a purpose, meaningful life, having all kind of positive energies around us. But what really happens? The physical and psychological topics, we get stuck like a, like a trap. Now, who's creating this trap? We ourselves, because started with our thoughts. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, we get stuck and then they repeat. Every day, 80 to 90% of our thoughts are repeating, and hence it becomes a trap. We means I create it for myself, right? So the person is creating this trap knowingly, unknowingly. Even if you have heard, read about it and all, we say, it's very difficult. I cannot come out of it. So your thoughts and emotions becomes bigger than your life. Why? They are dictating you. Or in simple terms, I may say we get addicted. So I'm addicted to my thoughts. The story repeats like a movie. I'm sitting in meditation or, I'm driving, I'm working and stories going on. Some of the other stories going on in my head. And then you have to say, no, 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 focus on this work. Or I'm student working for some exam coming up or, as a professional, some meeting or whatever. Sometimes we are sitting with family, but everybody's on their phone, or even if sitting on the table, no phones, everybody is thinking something. It is normal. That's how the mind functions. But it is important to understand this limitation, which is physical body brings us. Soul doesn't have that, but soul needs emotion. Get the physical body. Bottom three chakras give you this free gift. So we get stuck with physical or psychological structure. So once we are aware of these concepts, remember we were talking about the karma or simply the purpose of life and all those topics, we are creating, you can say like a wall, it's like a fort around us. Or you can say it's like a prison. High walls, I cannot escape. Every day, repeatedly going after, and all this thing. So be very careful. We like if you are into spirituality that yes, there must be some purpose of life, I must find it. But we should be aware, don't let it become your prison. We as a soul, or even as a human being, the nature is free flow. Like water. Water wants to flow freely. When you create a dam, it exerts a lot of pressure. So dam has to be stronger than the pressure exerted by amount of water it is holding. So life wants to flow freely. Our nature is that only. So whenever we get deeper into these topics, we are creating a dam. We say, no, no more of free life. This is your purpose. This is what you have to do. Now I am losing my freedom. So is it a trap? Will it create problem? Because now I'm no more a free guy, go wherever, do whatever. No. Now I have to work according to my purpose of life. So important thing is understand it in order so that it doesn't become your trap, doesn't become a prison. It's ego is important. See, ego is not all bad. You need bit of ego for our survival. So you may call it like a safety net. But safety net um, is important, but it has to be with a balance. Otherwise, we do nothing. For example, a newborn baby. How does a newborn baby, after a while, is walking? Because first, the parents or someone will be holding the fingers, holding the hand, and will kind of help the baby first stand and then take what we call baby steps and then walk. And then the baby can stand, independently, walk independently. So this is important that the balance comes with a bit of practice, with a bit of some actions, some activities, some, uh, you know, whether physical or wisdom means topics, concepts that you need to understand before you say, yes, I have a good balance. So balance is important. Only then freedom makes sense. So we should not jump. Freedom means mukti, liberation. So we have to understand that, okay, soul is walking towards freedom, mukti, but balance is important. Otherwise, reaching there becomes a big issue. So when you know what balance is, when you know why balance is important, then we keep that thing in mind. So you want to work on yourself. You have to work on your ego. Otherwise, ego will protect you that, hey, I don't want you to go through pain. So what ego does is protect you. It won't allow you to go in that direction. But the soul wants to go. Soul wants to complete the task and reach freedom, mukti. But it will be, of course, a painful journey for the body. So body says, no, 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 I don't want pain. Let me protect. So ego blocks it. So bit of ego is good, but too much ego becomes destructive. And this is the task. Ego is our safety net. It is protecting us, but too much is a problem. Too much ego is destructive. So what we have to do is find a balance. How much is not too much? How much is okay? Beyond that will be too much. And this is where when we talk about purpose of life, how much on this is okay? How much is not okay? So remember, for this, when you're working, you are dismantling your psychological structure. If you don't find a balance, you keep climbing up, 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 and up. One day you may just fall off the cliff. Why? It is okay. I'm really convinced I have to find my purpose of life. But remember, I'm in a physical body. So I must divide my time. 8 hours for myself, 8 hours for my family, 8 hours for community is a simple rule of thumb. Point is balance between all. If I say, no, no, it's very important, all I will do is devote all my energy, my time for finding a purpose of life. And other than some hours of sleeping, whole day I'm devoting in my sadhana or finding, understanding, learning, reading, whatever. So what will happen? Now I have a problem, friction. I have issues within my family because I'm not taking care of them. I have issues within my community because I'm neglecting it. I'm losing my balance. So people may say, oh, he's in deep trouble because I don't know what, he was just talking about purpose of life. That someone will say, oh, that's the bad thing. Because why? He was working and he got into this total mess. So what is the message here? Maintain the balance. Keep working on your whatever sadhana you are working on, but you have to balance. You have to devote bit of it towards your family, bit of it towards the society, and then you can say, I can spend this much on me. Whether you say, I have only 2 hours for this, 2 hours for that, and six for me, okay, but strike a balance. And that balance may be different from person to person. But without balance, if you go, you'd run towards your freedom. Your run may not last long. Whereas if you strike the balance and run, so rather than doing 10 hours a day, I do only 4 hours a day, but I'm striking a balance with family and community and my surrounding. I can do it for much longer, years and decades. So that means I will achieve much more. And this is critical thing to understand. Then keep working, dismantling your ego. Work on your sadhana, keep dismantling your ego. Why? Because then only you can go inside. Real life is inside. Now you are ready to dismantle your ego, psychological structure. Psychological structure means your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Otherwise, if you just go after your freedom, you may dismantle your trap, your prison, but at the same time, you may dismantle everything that matters to you. Like we talked about family, community, colleagues, everyone. So you will burn out. People will be totally in disagreement, or you yourself may lose your peace of life. Then what is the purpose? You're not expected to lose peace. You remember, all these things should bring blissfulness. And if you say it has only brought, you know, more negativity in my life, then something is wrong. What? Balance. And then work on ego. Otherwise, you may go crazy. So remember, purpose of life is to live totally, enjoy, blissfulness. That doesn't mean late night parties. Then I'm saying, yes, I'm enjoying my life. No, that's a different enjoyment. Why? Because it is external. Your enjoyment, your blissfulness has to come from within. Connect to yourself. Go deeper, go inside. And again, meditation is a good tool to do that. Find the balance. See, you have to, like, we say respect, understand, because sometimes we may not respect things around us. For example, on a normal day, we don't think about, oh, my eyes or my hands or my this organ, that organ is doing so much for me. A little dirt goes in your eyes, and then, we immediately find the value of eye. Oh, I cannot see, I cannot read. A little pain in your knee, and you cannot climb up or down the stairs. You feel it. So, inward is the thing, not outward. Keep working, find the balance so that you don't have the pain, you don't have any dirt in your eye. With balance, keep moving forward. When we talk about purpose of life, immediately most of us go about my kid, my parents, my this, my that. But remember, we said it is family, but it is external. So when you are looking for purpose of life, keep that in mind. Inward facing. You have to look inward. Now, what does that mean? For that, a simple, you can say, an exercise. Ask yourself who you are. Okay, I will say I'm Gaurav. Fine. What do you do? Means What do I really love to do? Some people may say, oh, I'm engineer, I'm accountant, I'm doctor or whatever. That's your profession. But what is it that you truly love from the bottom of your heart? I may love teaching, I may love talking, sharing, dancing, singing, whatever. What is it that I truly love? Profession is important, but what is it that you are supremely qualified to teach others, to share with others? What is it? And then who you do it for? People in general, or you can say what those people wanted or needed, why they come to you. They come for peace, they come for this or that, not less. Oh, yeah, this comes. But okay, what is that the person was looking for? Person was looking for an answer, but for what? For peace, for clarity, for this or that. And what do they get out of it? Means how they change as a result. So when we go through these five questions, for example, people say, okay, I'm a musician, when people come to me, I de-stress them. They listen to my music and they're totally de-stressed. So they are coming and they are de-stressing. Or sometime, people come and then say, for example, I'm a designer. I design clothes. So that's my profession. But what do I do? Um, when people come, I listen to them, I design based on their thinking, their need, and they go happy. They are really, truly smiling, bubbling, and I bring their inner beauty with my designs. So that is what we are focusing on. Not just, okay, I'm a designer, I design, and you go in supermarket or wherever you buy my clothes. That's a totally different thing. So out of these five, only two are about you, three are about others. So again, you have to see the happiness, the benefit you are sharing or caring for others. However, the focus, the detailing, the working is inside you. I'm a writer. I write stories or poems for kids. So it's not a question of I write just books for kids. I'm giving them dreams, or I'm giving them peaceful, or uh, nice sleep. So this is the way we try to find out. And it's when we talk about Ikigai, Ikigai is a Japanese concept that means a reason for being. Uh, it reflects having a direction or a purpose in life that makes one's life worthwhile. You're making your life blissful with clear understanding of there's the reason of being. Why do I exist? And deeply, felt this. You have to listen to your heart. You have to go inward, and that's where it matters. Go inward and find that answers. That what is it that you love? So you have to really get into you. What is it that the world needs? And what is it that you can be paid for, and the one that you are good at? So take these four questions and you have to have an answer. Again, look inward. So Ikigai is bringing a reason for being, and this has to be individual. You cannot just copy paste. So you say, okay, this is what I love, this is what I'm good at. When both the criterias matches, that is your passion. Then you say, yes, something that I can do over and over, kind of thing. This is what I love, and this is the world really needs. This could be my mission. And you can say, yes, this is what I'm good at, and I can be paid, this becomes my profession. And you say, okay, this is what the world needs. This may not be I'm getting paid and all. So that become vocation. And the difference between profession and vocation is profession is, of course, I'm skilled, but vocation may not be the skills that you have, but it's coming from your heart, right? This is typically not just to earn money and all. It's a calling. And when we have all these factors overlapping, that's your ikigai. That is a reason for being. That is the purpose of life. So spiritually, soul plan, pre-birth planning, that's a different angle. Someone may say, hey, I don't know. This you can know. Everything here is what you have in this life physically. So working on your own ikigai, we all can do. It's a matter of just going inside, finding it out. Doesn't matter you know about your past life or not. Doesn't matter you know about your pre-birth planning, anything or not. This is independent and it brings, because whatever that thing is which is coming up, even if you have karmas, you're bringing some energy from the previous life, that's okay. Ultimately, they are impacting what you love. Ultimately, it is impacting what you are good at. So when it is already kind of built in, this is the simplest thing that one can do, because this is based on what you know already about you, and what you don't know, you look or go deeper and you will know that, yes, my profession is I'm an engineer, but really I love music. So my weekend, volunteer work or my passion is that, I'm a musician. Though I may be engineer, I may be doctor, I may be accountant, or I may be a designer, fashion, or whatever. So it is easy. And once you know that what it means for you, everything else is built in. And then this is a good point to start. Something that you can feel it, you can, see it. So, masters, this was Ikigai. And if you have any questions, we will take that. Or if you want to share your experience about it, please feel free to go ahead. Yes, Pratima ji.
Good evening, Gauraji. As you said, कि little bit ego is good. So can you please explain it? How is it good? मतलब ego.
See, it is like, we say a little bit of stress is good, right? So when we wake up in the morning, we have to get active. We have to get ready, say going for work, or even if you have to take care of your house or family, we have to be active. So we need cortisol to be active. And we say, oh, cortisol means stress, right? No, body does need, because now you are not in a restive state. Similarly, ego. So what is ego doing? Ego is protecting you. Ego is kind of, giving you a boost, like from the soul and physical perspective. So you need ego, otherwise anyone and everyone will push you in their own direction. You will have no idea where I'm going. Someone says this, I agree to that. Someone says that, I agree to that. I may lose my path totally. I have to have some, because I'm a soul and physical body, clarity that yes, this is where I'm going. This is my path. Someone may say, no, 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 take a left. I need a little bit of, you can say, when we say self-esteem, self-confidence, and all those factors. So where do I get my strength to say, no, this is where I'm going and this is where I will go? I know why I'm going there. You have no idea. So you may think it is the wrong thing, but I know where I'm going. So, a bit of that firmness is always helpful. Problem is when it is
Means
too much.
we can call it self-esteem. Better it would be like.
See, those are different forms again. So
Okay.
ego, like anything else, is not like the name, like stress. That's why I gave example, because they are very similar. So stress is stress. A little bit you always need, which is good. Problem is when it is too much, right? Body, the nature has built up the mechanism that, okay, stress, somebody chasing you. your life is under threat, you need to run or safeguard yourself to fight. You need that stress. Otherwise, you cannot survive. So similarly, problem is when we have too much ego, then we just don't listen to anyone. We go the other extreme. If we have zero, anyone will, push us in any direction they want. We'll be totally missing our life.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Welcome, Pratima ji. Uh, I'm really not sure. Praful ji, if you raise first, please go ahead.
I'm not sure who raised first,
That's okay.
so
Please go ahead.
yeah,
We'll take both.
yes,
We'll
yeah.
continue.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, I really appreciate for this framework. Right, this really gives a direction if somebody wants to use it to decide the purpose and the whole difference between the passion versus the profession and all that. I really liked it. Thank you for introducing it. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Two things I have question. One is purpose itself, right? Sometimes the inward versus outward. Sometimes I feel it isn't it very easy, very simple that everybody has same purpose, that everybody needs to get nirvana, right? That's the ultimate purpose. Then why it is so complicated? Only thing is journey might be different. Somebody might be at different level. Somebody at So depending on that, my path, my journey would be different, but ultimate purpose is same. So every one of us has the same purpose.
So, Prafulji, consider it as two terms, purpose and destination. So your destination may be same. Everyone may be going towards mukti, liberation. That's your destination, but that's not your purpose. Purpose means in this life, what is my purpose? So if you are going from, say, one city to another and you have to change two flight, your first leg of journey is only about going A to B. Then you will go to B to C, then C to D. So D is still your destination. But right now you are going from A to B city. So you are only focused on A to B. So that
Hmm.
is your, in this particular lifetime, what is my purpose? What I'm trying to achieve. When you are in grade 5, I'm only learning grade 5 subjects. I'm not learning grade 2. I've already done it. I'm not learning grade 8. I'm not ready for it.
Okay, if I go with this definition, then it may happen that eventually I'm redefining my purpose over the period of time. Is that correct? Because let's assume I started with destination A to B to B to C to D. Now, if I reach to A to B, now I have to decide from B to C, so that, and then from C to D, so that I can finally reach to my destination. Because I may decide that I will reach to the destination A to B in 2 hours. I reached it, and still my life is there, because that's going to be answering the other question: what if I reach my purpose? Is my life ends? No, it doesn't end, because you have not reached to your destination, isn't it?
So, beautiful question. See, just like you were also saying in terms of destination or in terms of we were talking about student in a different grade. So when I'm grade 5, I'm only focused on grade 5. When I go in grade 6, will my purpose change? Absolutely. I have different topics, I have different learning. So every life brings new purpose. When I'm taking a rebirth, of course. In fact, within this lifetime also, my purpose may slightly shift. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but that's where the free will and a lot of other things comes into play,
Hmm.
right? It is not a thing that, okay, this is it. We start when we are born with something that, okay, this is my path, A to B to C to D to thousands, because, in between we are taking so many steps. But as we lead our life, because of free will, we may deviate and go wherever. But when we say in one lifetime, this is my bigger checklist, these are the things I've come to fulfill. In next life, I will have a different plan, different set of people around me to learn different topics. Just like we go from grade 5 to 6, I may have totally different set of teachers. That doesn't mean grade 5 teachers are bad. No, they did their purpose there. Now I have a different set of teachers and my fellow students, and then we keep on going level to level.
So in that case, if I, define some purpose for myself, isn't it, wouldn't it be a possibility that I am not having the right purpose? What I mean by that, because I do not know everything what is going around me. I may not know what is happening behind, what has happened in my past life, and or I have not learned the different actors which are there with me, who are trying to teach me something, or who's trying to attain me something, and which I may learn as and may I start moving towards my one purpose. And I will learn more, I'll have more knowledge, more awareness, more information, more experiences, and then I may redefine my purpose. Now I know better, have more clarity. So isn't it kind of refining and refining as and when we move forward towards achieving the purpose or attaining it?
See, absolutely, from a perspective that you are talking about, correct. Say, example, I'm going city A to B. I have checked the weather. It says rain, partial, this, that, or sunny, or whatever that may be. As I'm driving, I'm now getting those different conditions. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's sunshine. I don't know what after an hour or two I'm gonna get, but I face it when it comes. Those are the micro levels. But when I started my journey, I had a big picture that, okay, this is what I'm expecting. Similarly, again, going back to the grade 5 example, I know when I'm starting grade 5, these will be the topic, these are my teachers, this. I have a big picture. But as particular topic means subject, and that subject will have, okay, lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10. Then we have unit test, whatever, and the finals and this and that. So there will be some micro detailing that you don't know when you started. You go with a bigger picture and then you zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. And such is life. You are starting with the big picture, but the micro detailing come as you lead your life.
Got it.
So,
Got it. Probably have to. Sorry, sorry. Complete. You're saying something else. Sorry, go ahead.
so the question that you brought up, that, okay, the beauty of Ikigai concept, if we understand this way, is don't worry about your karmas, don't worry prarabdha or my previous life, because everything is built in. That's how I like certain things and I may not like certain things. Where is this liking, disliking is coming from? I am good at this. I'm not good at this. Where is it coming from? It's coming from all the previous life. Something happened in my previous life and which has impacted that, say, I cannot communicate. I'm very bad at communication. Something impacted that. Or I'm very good at designing something. Where is that skill coming from? It is coming from somewhere. I have no idea which previous life, and I don't need to know which previous life. I know for sure I'm good at designing, I'm not good at communication, because these are facts. And I can start working on those and say, okay, my purpose of life is this, I need to improve. This I'm taking as a credit that I'm good at, I make use of it. And if I say, okay, my heart says this, I really love this, and I say, okay, doesn't matter the profession, right? Because people say if your profession and passion is same, perfect. But if it is not, don't worry. Do that for earning. Find your passion, and that will take you in the direction of purpose.
Awesome. Thank you. One more question before I let anybody go, because I may not get chance. So sorry, being selfish. Another question, you very well said that I totally agree to this point, but I had different question that I'm asking, that you deserve, you get what you deserve, not you desire. 100% alignment with that. But if that is the case, then what is the role of the affirmation or doing anything else? Because anyway you're gonna get what you deserve, right? Then rather be happy and try to somehow increase your capability to deserve, which you can, deserve more, right? That's what. So isn't it a correct thinking, or am I missing something?
No, see, when it comes to affirmation, it is, you can go in different ways. Some people say, why should I ask, right? As you were saying,
Exactly. Yeah.
It will come when it will come. Sure. Some people say, no, it puts me into the right path. Means if I want certain things, I'm drawing that event in my life. So what am I doing? I'm creating the energies around me. That means I'm working on my consciousness, my frequency. Indirectly, what I'm saying, I'm improving my deservedness. Ultimately, it's energy. One scenario is where I say, I do nothing. If it has to come, it has to come. When you get certain things, it comes to you when you deserve. For deservedness, you have to do your part of action. Again, without getting into too much, there are only two ways you can get your prarabdha, means your actions, or kripa. Kripa means blessings. So you have to do your part because kripa is not directly in your control. Your actions will lead, of course. So when I'm saying, so I want to, you know, get into this particular course or career, or I want to have my own this thing, business, or some passion, right? Create a band, whatever. I'm bringing the whole energy in that direction. So I'm not deviating. It is helping me in staying on the path. But when will I get? When I have done enough. I have, like if you have 10 credits, you get this reward. When you have 50 credits, you get that reward. So we are collecting credits, if we understand from that analogy.
Only thing is you don't know how many credits you need for that particular task.
Exactly.
That's the only problem. Okay.
Exactly. And that brings a very good point. See, that's the reason you asked this question, because in this Ikigai thing, I must mention one more thing. We should be very careful when we suggest someone. When people say, oh, tell me this or that, or help me, when we say this is what it is, this is the concept, this is the right thing to do, this is what you should be doing. But the issue is we don't know where that person is today. Internally, soul plan, purpose of life, karma, all those things, we have no idea. So what you may suggest the person may be totally wrong for that person. Because we are saying based on logic, but we don't know the other person's soul plan. So that may not be the right thing for the other person to do. So we have to be very careful when we suggest anyone anything. Know enough before say something. So when it comes to affirmation, do it without hesitation. If you want to do it, put your energy towards it. Don't expect it has to be by 5 p.m. today, blah, blah, blah. No, you do your part, leave the universe. Because if we say that I want it by in, whatever, 6 months, universe may bring it in a month, universe may bring in 2 years, when you are ready for it. I may want a Ferrari, but I'm only 10 years old. If today I owns a Ferrari, I get whatever way, right? Theoretically, somebody gives me the keys. I may just, go and hit someone or get myself hurt because I don't know how to drive a car. I have a Ferrari. So universe will give me when I'm ready to handle that energy, because everything is energy. Doesn't matter how badly I want. There is a time that I'm deserving it and I'm okay to handle it. I will get it.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Vindhya ji and Neena ji, for being patient with me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome, Prafulji. And Vindhya ji, yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. When you said Ikigai, I was like, oh, okay, that I read this and now I'm going to connect. But I love the way you have prepped us before and just put the concept out there, but you gave so much more wisdom. And like, that disclaimer that you put, you get what you deserve, not what you desire. That kind of gives a lot more meaning to this whole thing. And like I said, a year back, I was really looking for purpose because after we have all these discussion coming into spirituality, we all know like we come here for some purpose, and we all know the main purpose is to live, but then there may be a few things that you have to experience. So that's when I got this book, Ikigai, and I was like, I need a purpose. I mean, I need to figure out what my purpose is. But as I went through it, I read, and it was mainly nice to see those people in Japan. They had a very happy life, and that is because they had a purpose. They always never, they always were working towards something and never were like, and that is the way they're living. So that is why they're happy. So I thought maybe understanding that will help. It did, but what you told right now is more important, that don't forget life while searching for purpose. Life is more important to live. And I totally agree with you because uh, purposes, they're multiple. Whether we know or not, there is a purpose. When I look back into my life, everything that I've done happened for a purpose. And so it was there. If I recognize, maybe I feel good, I'm working towards it. If I don't recognize, I'm still working towards it. Just maybe that emotional thing is like, I don't go through those downs and depressions because I understand the purpose. So now I started accepting whatever is happening for the best, and that is how it should be. So purpose is there whether we understand or not. Some people get driven by purpose, some don't, some accept, some go through life, and I've been going through different kind of changes. One thing I kept this whole year as a purpose was for the Kailash trip, and I kept that as a purpose because for now it was important. It wasn't an easy thing, and we had to plan 6 months. So I remember my husband telling me all the time, you need to keep this purpose. You can't just in between, like on weekends, I had my music class and my other things, and I wanted to do that. He said, if you keep doing that, then you won't achieve your goal because you're distracted. You have to keep. So I gave up many other things and I focused, and we did it. So that way, that purpose helped because you have to train, you have to go, and at least you felt you were going towards it. And like I mentioned last time too, I felt some people came with the purpose of, they want to do the parikrama. Some came with some other purpose and they've achieved and they felt good. But I did not go with any such purpose. I went with like what you said, you get what you deserve. And how much ever I do, this is what I deserve, I felt. But I think I completely did not understand or accept that. And afterwards also I questioned, these people achieved something, I did not achieve anything. But looking back, it it has opened up so many things inside me that I understand the purpose was to understand myself, my limitations, what I am capable, my relationships with others. So it is that might have been the purpose. So I think purpose, more than purpose, like again, I come back to what you say, live your life, and through that, as you're living, you will understand the purpose. There's so many more things you said, even in the end. Uh, each person is different. That is what I found even in Kailash Yatra. You can suggest, people ask me, tell me what and all, I can tell, but what you deserve you'll get through. I can't tell you. Maybe I don't know what stage of life you are, just like I was. I myself didn't know where I was. So that's why maybe I got what I deserved. And it's your journey, but I can just give you the physical description of how you have to go, what you have to do. But you'll experience is completely up to you. So thank you so much. There's so much more I can go on, but beautifully explained by you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vindhya ji. And yes, this is what the beauty of life is, that we, strike a balance and go with both the things together. Enjoy life. Life will take you, where you're destined. We just fine tune with the better understanding, better, clarity of these concepts. And that's how these concepts helps us. So
Thank you.
thank you everyone for joining and the interactive discussion and making it more meaningful. So if there is no further question, we will end the session today and see you in the next session. Namaskar.
Thank you, Gaurav. Bye.
Bye, Shikha.
Thank you,
Bye.
Gaurav.
Thank
Um,
Thank you, Gaurav.
Thank you.
welcome. Bye-bye.